All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave for episode 7 as we continue to follow the Hartford Whalers on their journey towards a Stanley Cup championship. We are at the 50-game mark of the season. We have made it to 50 games, a little bit further than we got with our last team, who ended up imploding and falling right off of my channel. So we are excited to get to this point. Couple of huge things coming up, all right? We've got the trade deadline probably in the next 10 or 12 games, so we will see that as we get into March. That's going to have an effect on the team as we make our playoff push and try to hold on to a playoff spot getting towards the end of the season. Couple of names that could end up on the block. I'm not going to say, but it could definitely have an effect to where it improves the team's scoring and possibly that penalty kill defense, which would be huge as we move forward with this team. And then, of course, we'll have playoffs. So if we get to the playoffs, that's going to be great. I'll do those in a little series of games, kind of per series, because I have confidence that we're going to make it pretty far in the playoffs. So in this episode, we are going to have 10 games. We'll be out on the road for 6, and we will be at home for 4. We're kind of bookending it, 3-4-3. First 3 games are on the road. First is against the Chicago Blackhawks, then the New York Rangers, then the Columbus Blue Jackets. We then come back home to the Mall where we're going to take on the New York Rangers, the Carolina Hurricanes, the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then, boom, it's right back on a plane and right back on the road to take on the Calgary Flames, the Seattle Kraken, and the Tampa Bay Lightning. So if you were listening, if you've been paying attention here over the last 6 episodes, there's a couple of teams that are going to eke their way in there that we have a shot to get some points against. I'd say Chicago, Columbus, maybe against Calgary, who played us really hard in the last game. Just kind of depends on who's between the pipes for them in that game. So, P-Check, if you're out there listening, I apologize, but I do think we're going to take down the Chicago Blackhawks here, hopefully in both games in this episode. So we've got some exciting stuff coming up, okay? Trade deadline. We're trying to hold a playoff spot. Everything's going to get a little bit tighter, a little bit more exciting as we move through the rest of the season. So with all that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to jump right into this. We're going to make our way to Chicago and take a look at tonight's game against the Chicago Blackhawks. Okay, so here we are, straight up against the Chicago Blackhawks at the United Center. We take a look at who's between the pipes for them tonight. They're going to have Peter Mrazek, 42 games played, 17 wins, a .906 save percentage, 3.29 goals against. So he's got a high GAA, so that could help us a little bit. Maybe we can put some pucks in the net here. In between the pipes for us tonight, we'll have Simo. 38 games played, 19 wins, a .907 save percentage, and 3 goals allowed per game. So the defense needs to really step it up here in this episode to hopefully hold down some points and get us some wins. In a straight-up matchup over on the right, you can see we are 21st. They're 17th in goals for per game. Their struggles are really coming in goals allowed as well as in the power play. So that can help us because our penalty kill is so bad. So hopefully we can kind of hold them down. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into tonight's game against the Chicago Blackhawks. All right, so here we are inside the first period, and Keller with the goal, and then Quana Bedad puts one in. Jimmy answers right back. It's 2-1 Hartford. We are loving this early. The team has come out on fire. This is great. We're on the power play, and Braden gets us a goal. It's 3-1. Chicago just can't contain us here in the first period. Excellent job from the team. So in the first period, we get goals from Keller, Jimmy Lamoureux, and Braden Walker. Let's go ahead and move right into the second period. All right, here we are in the second period. A little quiet here to start things off. About 5 minutes in. Not much happening. Shots just about even. Let's go ahead and see on the power play, Chicago. We kill it off. I love it. That's what I want to see in this episode. More penalty killing out of this team. All right, so we're going to make our way to the end of the second. It's a 3-1 lead still from those 3 goals in that first period. rolling right into the third, and Foligno scores almost right out of the box. Okay, so about 5 minutes here into the period, and Teravainen scores, ties this thing right back up. Chicago on the power play, kill it. Yes, we kill that one off. And then we go on the power play, we get nothing for 3 minutes to go, and we are going to... No! Oh my God, I thought that was going to overtime, and then Fagan delivers with the defensive goal. 4-3. We come away with the victory here in game number 1 of the episode. Oh my Lord, I thought we were going to see overtime. I did not want to see that really early. That just adds more time to my editing and takes that much more effort in getting this thing out quick. So thank you, Mr. Fagan, for the goal. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars, shall we? Okay, our 3 stars of the game. Of course, it's Fagan with the 3rd star, coming up with that game-winning goal with only 25 seconds left in the game. Bertuzzi and Teravainen are the 2nd and the 1st star, respectively. 2 assists for Mr. Bertuzzi, 1 goal, 1 assist for Teravainen. We take down the Chicago Blackhawks and get 2 more points added to our record. Excellent game from the team. Thank you, Mr. Fagan, for putting in that goal and making it so we don't have to watch another overtime period. All right. So welcome back in to the studio. Exciting game against the Chicago Blackhawks. And in case you couldn't tell, I was like, oh my goodness, this thing's going to overtime. I'm jumping up and down. And then I saw it pop up on the screen, and I was like, it's a miracle. Mr. Fagan gets us a game winner with like seconds left in the game. So awesome game right there. Big one for us, getting us another win, getting us some points. So that's great. Let's go ahead and move into our next game against the New York Rangers. We are still out on the road at Madison Square Garden. I'll get that out. I'll get it out. So we're at Madison Square Garden. All right. I sounded kind of like Jackie Chan in Rush Hour. We're at Madison Square Garden for this one to take on the New York Rangers. They have a record of 36-11-2. So they're really holding it down this year, playing very well. We are 26-19-6. They're 8-1-1 over their last 10. So we are the 1 loss. Okay, we handed them a loss in that last episode. So hopefully we can maybe do the same thing. Between the pipes for the Rangers tonight, they will have Igor Shesterkin, one of the best in the biz. He has 36 games played, 27 wins, a .921 save percentage, which is really good. And you can see he's 2.35 goals against. Simo will be holding it down between the pipes for us tonight. 39 games played, 20 wins, .907 save percentage, and still 3 goals allowed per game. As she gave up 3 in that last game against Chicago. But hey, that's all right. That's okay. Hopefully she can pick it up here. We take a look at our straight-up matchup over here on the right side. Goals for per game. You know what? We're not even going to talk about it. They got us in every single category. We'll take a look at our team leaders. Miller has 67 points. Mr. Kelly has 63. So this should be a good game, folks. We took them down in the last episode. It was a very good game. We didn't get to see an overtime or anything, but it was a very good game. So let's go ahead and jump right into this one at Madison Square Garden against the New York Rangers. All right, so here we are inside the first period. They go right on a power play, and Chris Kreider gets the goal. So it's 1-0 Rangers at the Garden. We are about halfway through the first period. We are not shooting the puck much at all. We just got another couple shots. So 5 minutes to go. We go on the power play, and Brodzinski scores a goal basically right after we came out of the power play. Zibanejad scores. So here we are at the end of he scored again. So here we are at the end of the first period, okay? It's 4-0. We are getting absolutely worked here at the Garden. They're saying, no, this isn't going to happen like last time. We are not going to be taking a loss to the Whales. So here we are in the second period. Let's see if this team can come back. We get a little bit of that energy, little bit of a miracle. Nothing happening so far. We're about halfway through the second period. Heck, no, not even any. Oh, there's a power play for us. Pops up, nothing. We are out shooting them. And VC gets the goal. So they've pulled Simo. DJ's in the game now. We are at the end of the second period. It is 5-0. All right. The whole team is just imploding. Simo's out of the net. DJ's in there. The team is just sleeping. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's go ahead and take a look at the third period now. We jump in. They give up a goal right away to Smith. And then Kaliev, oh my God, we are getting absolutely destroyed in this game. And then Miller scores 8-0. Oh, Kreider scores. Oh, we cannot give up. Oh, we gave up 10 goals. They even put Simo back between the pipes. What is going on here? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Yes, folks, that is a real score. You are seeing a real score. We gave up 4 goals in the first, 1 goal in the second, and 5 goals in the third period. If you bought a ticket to this game at the Garden, you're just loving it. You're seeing your Rangers absolutely obliterate a hockey team. Everyone just sat there and did nothing. It's like we just sat out on the bench and let them take shots at our goalie. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The heart rate's going pretty fast right now. I could not believe what I was watching right there. Folks, we're going to jump in and take a quick look at the 3 stars. I'm pretty sure we're going to see, yeah, that's right. Who cares? You know, it's all blue. They absolutely destroyed us. You know, just put the whole team up there and give them a star. Give the whole team a star. You know what? Tonight, the entire Rangers team gets a star. And you deserve it because you kicked you kicked our butts. You kicked our butts. You know what? Let's forget about this one. I didn't want to think about it. We're going to move on to our next game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. All right, so I'm coming down or getting up or whatever I'm doing, picking myself up after that ridiculous 10-0 loss to the New York Rangers at the Garden. You know what? It's like, folks, can we just get home? Can we just get home? Let's get home with a win, all right? So we went on this little road trip. We got a 4-3 win over Chicago. We got a 10-0 loss. 10-0 loss to the Rangers, and now we're going to go into Columbus, and we are going to win, okay? I need somebody on this team who has not shown up to show up, please. Somebody, please show up, all right? Let's take a look at tonight's game. We got the Columbus Blue Jackets at the Nationwide Arena. They are 25-22-5, and they are a division team? Nah, they could be. I'm not really sure. Who cares at this point? Between the pipes, you'll have Carter Hart. He's got 34 games played, 14 wins, .90 save percentage. Between the pipes for us will be Simo. And if I added correctly, I think she gave up 6 goals in that last game. All right, so in 40 games played, she has 20 wins, .903 save percentage, and a 3.14 goals against average. In the straight-up matchups over on the right, you can see that these two teams are fairly even in every category, with the exception of the power play where we have them there, and the penalty kill where they have us. Team leaders in points, Mr. Kelly with 63 for the Whale, and Mr. Monahan has 40 points for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So with all that being said and talked about, let's go ahead and jump right into tonight's game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. All right, so here we are inside the first period, and Jenner gets a goal right out of the gate. They go back on the power play, and they get another goal. So we are seeing nothing out of our team. Nothing. We are at the halfway point of the period. It's 2-0 Columbus, and we are going to make it to the end of the first period, down 2-0 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's 4 periods of hockey. And we've given up 12 goals in 4 periods. So let's go ahead and move into the second period now. In the second period, can we get a goal? Somebody give me a goal. The next guy who gives me a goal, yeah, Sergio! How about that? When I ask for something, I get it. And then Danforth scores. And here we go, power play. And Jacob, the professor, gets us a goal. So it's 3-2 Columbus. Right here at the end of the second period, 3-2 Columbus Blue Jackets. We got goals from Sergio and Mr. Jacob Rodan, the professor. Let's go ahead and jump right into the third period. In the third period. And Braden ties it up. Thank you, Mr. Walker, for coming through. We are just about the halfway point of the period. They go on a power play and get nothing. Who's going to get us to win? Somebody get us to win. Mr. Mike Kelly jumps in with a goal. It's 4-3. We got about 3 minutes left to go. LeBlanc ties it up. They go on the power play. We kill it. And we are going to overtime against the Columbus Blue Jackets. All right, so here we are inside the overtime. Jenner takes the puck for Columbus. Kelly's got the puck. He gives it to Serge. Serge drops it. Oh, okay, we got saved there. Pass it, Serge. Pichek with the puck. Who's going to get us to win? Give it to Kelly. Oh, no, he shoots it. He backhanded it. Kelly, Serge. Serge loses it. Gets it right back. Come on, Serge. Pass it. There it is. Pichek. Pichek. Oh. All right, stop him. Get in his way. No. We stopped him. All right, good, good. 2 minutes to go here in the OT. Jimmy in the OT to Pichek. Pichek shoots. Oh, I thought it was going in. Give me, Jimmy. Oh, nothing. 1 minute to go. Here come the Blue Jackets. Bringing it down the ice. Marchenko to Johnson. And Simo with the big stop. Somebody get the puck. Yes. Paul. DP bringing it up. Gives it to Pichek. Yeah! Pichek gets the goal. Yes, in overtime. Wow, what a game. Another nail biter right down to the last couple of seconds. Okay, so yes, that was a true reaction right there. My apologies. I screamed and got a little excited there. But it was great to see the team pick up a win in overtime, especially coming off of that massive loss to the Rangers. Great job in the OT. Mr. Paul, Mr. Jimmy Lamoureux, and of course Pichek putting that puck in the net. I think it just kind of slid in there, but great job anyway getting us the point. The 2 points and the win. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars, shall we? 3 stars of the game. Danforth, he had a goal and an assist. Mr. Sergio Ibarra, okay, gets us out of the scoring rut with a goal, got us 2 helpers. Excellent job from him in this game. And, of course, Sillinger is the top star of the game from Columbus. So, excellent game from the team. Hopefully this is going to get us back on track after that little derailment in New York. As we continue to move forward in this episode, I'm going to uncap the pen. That's another 2 points on the board. That's 4 for the episode. Excellent job as we head back home to Hartford for the next 4 games. All right, so here we are. Okay, we are getting ready to take on the New York Rangers, a team that just destroyed us on their home ice in the last game. Of course, they beat us 10-0, but we are coming off of a very emotional, very high-charged victory against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So let's just everybody breathe. Whew, and get back into this thing, okay? Very excited after the first 3 games out on the road. We managed to get 4 points out of that little trip, so that's a good job from the team. With the 4-3 win over Chicago, the 10-0 loss to the Rangers, and then, of course, that 5-4 overtime win with the Pichek goal against Columbus. So let's go ahead and make our way into tonight's game. We are back home in Hartford, okay? It is February 5th, so it's cold and it's windy, and I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff going on as well. But we're back at the mall. It's warm, it's safe, and we are excited to be home. So the Rangers are coming to town, and we lost 10-0 in the last game, but we're going to skip right past all that and talk about tonight's game. So in tonight's game for the visiting Rangers, Igor Shesterkin will be between the pipes. 38 games played, 29 wins, .924 save percentage, 2.24 goals against average. Between the pipes for the Hartford Whalers will be Simo, 41 games played, 21 wins, .903 save percentage, and a 3.15 goals against average. You can see our records underneath our team names. We're 27-20-6. They are 38-11-2. One of the best in hockey in this simulated season. Straight up matchups over here on the right side. Just take a look at theirs, okay? They're a hot team. They score a lot. They play good defense. And that's why they kicked the crap out of us last time we played. I know I said I was going to get over it, but it's very hard for me to do that. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and make our way into the mall. So grab your Orange Julius, grab your hot dog on a stick, and let's head through the doors for tonight's game against the New York Rangers. All right, folks, here we are on the ice. In the first period, the Rangers go on the power play, and they get nothing. So we killed that off. Excellent job. Shots are hanging around even at the moment. 5 minutes to go, 4. And Brodzinski scores right here at the end of the period. And then, Greg gets us a goal. Excellent job. See, before the last game, I said somebody who hasn't been doing a whole lot, get me some goals. And Greg Swift comes out and says, I'll give you one. I'll give you one. Ties this puppy right back up. It's 1-1 against the Rangers on our home ice. Can we hold down our home ice here? Let's check on the second period, shall we? Inside the second period now. Rolling right through. They've got us in shots, so they are definitely possessing the puck a little bit more than we are here in this 1-1 game. We're about halfway through the second period, and Keller gets the goal. That's right. Avenge that 10-0 loss. Do it. All right. Right here, end of the second period. We've got goals from Swift. We've got goals from Keller. So some of the guys who don't really show their face here inside the simulations too much, helping us out. Excellent job. Now, we just got to hold it down for another 20 minutes and see if we can take down the Rangers on our home ice. Here we are now, 18 minutes to go. They go on the power play. We hold them off. Excellent job there. So the team comes up big with a kill. Another power play. Woo! We go on the power play, and we get nothing either. 5 minutes to go. 3, 2, 1 minute. And all right, in case you missed it, Mr. Jimmy Lamoureux had that little empty netter right there at the end of the game, and we have taken down the New York Rangers on our home ice, avenging that 10-0 loss in New York. And that's going to go on the board as 2 points. Write that one down. Okay. And that gets us to 6 on the episode as we continue to make our way through episode number 7. Excellent game from the team tonight. Swift, Keller, and, of course, Mr. Lamoureux getting the goals. We'll take a look at our 3 stars. And, yes, it's all green. Mr. Swift is the 3rd star. He had a goal. Mr. Keller, if you're out there, you got your name on the board. 2 stars, a goal, 1 goal, 0 assists, 2 hits. And Simo held it down between the pipes here against the Rangers tonight, giving up just 1 goal, 29 saves, and a .966 save percentage. Excellent game from the team. I can't tell you how excited I am to see that we were able to come away with this win against this team. Okay, they've kind of beat us up a little bit. Now, if we can do it against Carolina, that would be even bigger. If we do it against Carolina, that's it. I'm turning everything off. I'm just kidding. If we do it against Carolina, I'm going to be super happy. All right, let's go ahead and make our way back into the studio and take a look at the next game against the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, everyone, welcome back into the studio. We are coming off of a huge win over the Rangers on our home ice, 3-1. Excellent job from Killer, Swifty, and, of course, Mr. Lamoureux getting that goal right there at the end with the empty net to avenge that huge loss against the Rangers at the Garden. So let's go ahead and move on to our next game, shall we? We have some bad news to report. Mr. Walker's going to be out for a couple of games. Braden went down in the last game, so he'll be replaced on that line by Blake Sant. He's going to jump into that center role, and Milan Lucic will pick up Blake's spot there on the 4th line. So hopefully we'll see something a little bit more out of Mr. Sant. He's going to get a little more ice time and an opportunity to play with that injury to Mr. Walker. So Mr. Kirkish is back from his injury, but he's currently sitting on a trade block, so I'm not sure if he's going to be jumping into the game too much. Could be a healthy scratch in this one against Carolina. Okay, so let's take a look at the Carolina Hurricanes, 43-13-2. They will have Peter Kochetkov between the pipes. In 11 games played, he has 8 wins, a .948 save percentage, and a 1.44 goals against average. So this team has Anderson as their starter, and then Kochetkov is backing him up, and you just look at those numbers. That's why they're winning so many hockey games this year. Between the pipes for the Hartford Whalers on the back-to-back, we are putting all of our faith, all of our eggs in the DJ basket again. So far on the season, 10 games played, 0 win. I'm sorry, I take that back, dude. 6 wins. .906 save percentage and a 2.99 goals against average. Our team record is 28-20-6, and I believe we're currently holding down a playoff spot. As you can see in the last game against the Hurricanes, we lost 5-1. Sebastian Aho had 2 goals and an assist. On the season, we are 0-4 against this Hurricanes team. They have had our number all year. So this is our time to get a win. Try to get that 8th point of the episode at home at the mall. So get yourself a Orange Julius, grab your hot dog, make your way towards your seat as we head into the Hartford Civic Center for tonight's game against the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, so here we are inside the first period. They are on the power play. And Greg Swift, how about Greg Swift? Oh, and then Roslovic scores. So Greg Swift got us a shorty, and then Roslovic followed it right back up. We're right here at the halfway point of the period. It's a 1-1 game. All right, we go on the power play, and we get nothing out of our power play. 2 minutes to go, and Svechnikov scores. So it's 2-1 here at the end of the first period. We got that shorty from Mr. Swift, and then they had goals from Roslovic and Svechnikov. We move into the second period of play. Here it's 2-1. We're about 5 minutes in. They go on the power play. We kill that one off. Here we are about halfway through now. Shots are 17-18, so just about even with about 5 minutes to go in the second period of a 2-1 game. So we're holding tight here against in this one. We are playing pretty well. We're going to jump right into the third period, not even going to stop. About 15 minutes left to go. Can we get something? Let's tie this game up. How about Blake? We moved you up to that third line. Can you get us something? No, nothing's happening. It's a lot of shots, but no goals. That guy is holding it down. And yes, he did. That young man between the pipes for the Hurricanes, he definitely held it down. A 2-1 loss at home to the Hurricanes. That is our 5th loss of the year to this team. But, hey, you know what? They're good. They're one of the best teams in this simulation. So we kind of expect to have tough games. The positive is we didn't get absolutely destroyed, which they've done to us most of the time. DJ managed to hold down the pipes, only giving up 2 goals in this game. Our 3 stars of the game, Greg Swift, he had that shorthanded goal early for the Whalers. DJ got the 2nd star. Excellent job, Deej. 2.03 goals against. He had 26 saves in this game. And then, of course, the goalie for the Hurricanes, Pyotr Kochetkov, gets the top star, giving up just the 1 goal, the shorty to Mr. Swift in the first period. So, excellent game from the team. All right, I'm going to say silver lining here. We didn't get completely beat awfully by this team. So that's exciting and definitely something we want to see as we move forward because we could end up playing this team in the playoffs. This could be a playoff matchup. And if we're 0-5, but we start to see a little bit of progress as we go, that's going to be huge. So let's go ahead and make our way back into the studio and talk about our next game against the Chicago Blackhawks. All right. So here we are coming off of that loss to Carolina, which was kind of to be expected, okay? But we are more than halfway to our goal for the episode. We looked for 10 points. We wanted 10 points. We've got 6, and there's 5 games left to play. So we've got some chances to get some more points. We've got the Blackhawks coming into the mall tonight to take on the Whale. Peter Mrazek will be between the pipes tonight for the Blackhawks. 46 games played, 19 wins. So he's kind of their standard goalie. The team is 21, 24, and 6. They're 4, 5, and 1 in their last 10. Of course, to start this episode, we beat them on that last second goal from Mr. Fagan to get us our first 2 points of the episode. Between the pipes tonight for the Whalers, we'll have Simo, 42 games played, 22 wins, and a .905 save percentage. Our record is 28, 21, and 6. We're 4, 5, and 1 in our last 10. Really kind of struggling to hold it down. Team leaders for both of the teams. The Blackhawks team leader, Mr. Connor Bedard, he's got 54 points, and Mike Kelly with 65 points for the Whalers. If you'd like to see how we're matching up against them, go ahead and take a look. Okay, if you took a look, excellent for you. We're going to jump right into this one at the Hartford Civic Center. Grab your Orange Julius, grab your hot dog, and let's go right to the mall for tonight's game against the Chicago Blackhawks. All right, so here we are inside the first period, and Vlasic scores almost right away in this one. It's 1-0 Chicago. Shots are even 7-7, 9-8, back and forth. Oh, and I missed it. Taven scored, and then Vlasic scores again. Look at that. I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at the shots, and I'm not paying attention. And then Mike Kelly scores, and then Mr. Fetto scores, and this is a 3-2 game. All right, so we're here at the end of the first period, okay? And I'm just all over the board. I'm looking at shots. I'm looking at my phone. I'm not paying attention to anything. And meanwhile, the team's putting up 3 goals. 3 goals in this first period from Mr. Lamprey, Mike Kelly, and, of course, Mr. Fetto put one in. But Vlasic had 2. So this game is tight. So here, right here at the end of the first period, it's 3-2 Hartford. We jump into the second period of this one. And here we go. About 5 minutes in. Nothing really happening here. They go on the power play. Just a couple minutes to go here inside the second period. It's 3-2 Hartford. And that's going to do it for the second period. So a very quiet second period here at the mall. Still a 3-2 game. Let's roll into the third, shall we? All right, power play for Hartford. Nothing there. And then Jimmy Lamoureux makes it 4-2. And then Connor Bedard with the goal. So a 5-on-3 power play. They get nothing. And the professor gets one. It's 5-3. Mrazek just can't contain this Whalers team in this game. And yes, it was Mr. Kirkish. All right. He was supposed to be a healthy scratch, but he got himself into the game, and he gets himself an empty netter right there at the end of this one. The Whalers put up 6 goals in this one. Excellent game from the team. That's going to be 2 points on the big board. That gets us to 8 on the episode here in this 6-3 win at the mall. Excellent job all the way around. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars of the game. Yes, Mr. Kelly is our 3rd star with a goal and a helper. Mr. Lamoureux with a goal and a helper. And then, of course, the professor with a goal and 2 assists. So an excellent job all the way around from the entire team, getting us 6 goals in this game. All right. When we put up offense, of course, that helps. It definitely helps because our defense is pretty bad, as you can see. Usually if we're getting 6 or 7 goals, it's because the other team is scoring 4 and putting a lot of pressure on our offense. So excellent job from the team here in this game. Honorable mention out there to Mr. Fetto. He had a goal in this one, as did Mr. Lamprey. Let's go ahead and make our way back into the studio and take a look at our next game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, so here we are. Back in the studio, coming off of that 6-3 win over Chicago. That got us to 8 points on the episode, which is pretty close to what we're looking for. But we've got 4 tough games coming up. We've got Tampa Bay at the mall, and then we head out on the road. We're going to take on Calgary, Seattle, and then Tampa Bay down there in Florida. So this is going to be a tough stretch, okay? We don't want a losing streak here. We just want 2 wins. 2 points. I don't even care if we only get 1 win here. 2 points would be great to end out this episode. So anything we can do, anything that's going to happen, anything that's going to work is good for me as we continue to move forward. So let's take a look at tonight's game at the Mall. We're going to be taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning here. Andrei Vasilevsky will be between the pipes for the Lightning tonight. 43 games played, 25 wins, .908 save percentage, and a 3.05 goals against average. So he's had a pretty good season so far. You can see we're 29, 21, and 6. We will have DJ between the pipes tonight for the team. In 20 appearances, he's got 6 wins, a .907 save percentage, and a 2.93 goals against average. In our last contest against the Tampa Bay Lightning, we won 4-3 in the shootout. Oh, that's right. No, they won in the shootout. That's right. That's right. They won 4-3 in the shootout. So we're actually 0-1 against this team. My apologies. That was the marathon 27-shot shootout that almost put me to sleep, and I actually had to edit from that one episode. The impact player in that game was Mr. Jake Gensel. We take a look at the straight-up matchups over here on the right side. And yes, this is a very good team. They're 4th in goals for per game, 13th in goals against, 1st on the power play. So they score a ton of power play goals. And when you're going up against a penalty kill that's as bad as ours, that's going to hurt us. So we have to make sure that we are disciplined and playing well in this game, keep our sticks and our hands to ourselves, and try to avoid those penalties. Team leaders, Kucherov, he's got 65 points. Mike Kelly has 67 points, so we got him in one category. Yay, team. Good job. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our Orange Julius, our hot dog on a stick, and make our way into the Hartford Civic Center for tonight's game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, so here we are inside the first period, just about 3 minutes gone. They went on the power play, and we killed it off. And yes, and Moser gets the goal. I can't even talk. They just score before I can even say anything. 5 minutes left to go in the period. A 1-0 game right now. And that's where it's going to end here at the end of the first period. DJ gives up 1 goal to Mr. Moser. And we move on to the second period. And Pichek with the goal ties this baby right back up. It's 1-1, 15 minutes left to go. Chafee gets a goal. 2-1 Tampa Bay on our home ice. Come on, team. And Sergio gets the goal. It's 2-2 as we make our way towards the end of this period. Hold them down, baby. Don't give up any goals. All right, there we are. 2 periods in, a 2-2 game. We've got goals from Pichek and Serge. Excellent job from those guys. We're going right into the third period. We do not want another marathon shootout. And Pichek says, I don't want to see it either. I don't want to see it either, Mr. Kelly. It's 3-2. We're back on the power play. If we get a point here, or 2 points, that would be great. I would be rejoicing over 2 points against Tampa Bay. And Pichek, I think that was a Pichek hat trick. I think we just saw a Pichek hat trick. Yeah, that's right. He saw that empty net, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm getting some hats on the ice here at the Mall. I am getting some hats on the ice here. Hopefully you wore a clean hat, because that man's going to have a bucket of hats in front of his locker, because I'm pretty sure that was a hat trick. And I'm right. The man got himself a hat trick. We take a look at our 3 stars of the game. How about Connor Burns jumping up into the stars? He had 3 in tonight's game. He was a 3rd star of tonight's game. I'm so excited about the Pichek hat trick, really. He was a 3rd star of tonight's game with 3 helpers. Excellent job. How about Mr. Kelly? No goals, but he had 4 points. All right, 4 points on his 4 helpers. And then Pichek. That's right. After episode 1 and 2, we decided to just avoid saying his real name. Pichek gets us 3 goals and an assist. So when I ask for somebody to come up big, he comes up big, gets us 2 points. We're going to uncap the pen, put that on the big board here. The team comes up with a huge win over Tampa Bay. That was 2 points I really didn't think we would get, okay? On my big board, I had that as a loss. So thank you to everybody who played well. Excellent job out there. Pichek, a big, huge thumbs up. A big, huge thumbs up for that hat trick. I believe that might be the first one of the season. That might be the first hat trick in Whalers history. Mike Kelly might have had one, but I'm not really sure. I don't really remember. Anyway, great job in tonight's game. Let's go ahead and make our way back into the studio, and we will take a look at our next game against the Calgary Flames. All right, so here we are back in the studio, coming off of a big win over Tampa Bay. That amazing hat trick from Mr. Pichek. Like I said, he saw that open net and he said, "Oh yeah, I need some hats. I need some hats." And you know, when they get that hat trick, they get back to their locker, and every hat that's thrown on the ice is actually in a bin waiting for them. So excellent job again from the team coming up with that win. And that gets us to 10 points on the episode. So everything else is gravy, baby. Everything else is gravy, baby. So let's go ahead and see what we can get in these next 3 upcoming games. Our first one, we are out on the road against the Calgary Flames. They're having a surprisingly good season. Okay, they got us last time we played them earlier this year. Between the pipes for Calgary, we're going to have Mr. Dustin Wolf, 44 games played, 23 wins, a .925 save percentage, and a 2.52 goals against average. Before the last game that we played against this team, I mentioned that he is one of the few goalies to win the MVP in the AHL. So that's one heck of a feat, and he's one heck of a goalie. So it's going to be a tough challenge for our team tonight. Simo will be between the pipes for us. 43 games played now, 23 wins, .905 save percentage, a 3.10 goals against average. Been a little bit of a struggle for her over her last 10 or so appearances, giving up a lot more goals, but the team has had her back and has put the puck in the net where we needed it. In the straight-up matchup, you can see over there on the right, we have got them in one or two of the categories. They are very good on the penalty kill, so defensively they're good. And goals against. So a struggling offense, but a very good defense. So we know what that can do in a lot of other sports, and it seems to do well for the Calgary Flames out on the ice as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into this one at the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary as we take on the Calgary Flames. All right, so here we are inside the first period, and Mr. Mike Feeney, who has been blowing up my phone all day, goes ahead and gets us the goal, and then they tie it right back up, Mr. Bean. And there's Blake Sant. Yes, from that third line on the fill-in, getting the goal. It's 2-1 Hartford. Okay, Mike Kelly gets a goal, and we are blowing up here in the first period. Mr. Wolf has no idea what's going on. Okay, I gave him high praise to start this game, and the team's coming in, putting 3 goals past him right there in the first period. It's 3-1 in Calgary. Let's go ahead and jump right into the second period. And Pichek, woo, the dude's on fire. It's 4-1 Hartford. And Sharon Govich puts one past Simo. Okay, so we're at 4-2 halfway through the second period. Mr. Pichek gets his 4th goal in 2 games. And Nazem Kadri makes it a 4-3 game. So they're trying to make this a game right now. All right, so we are at the end of 2 periods. All right, thanks to Mr. Pichek's goal, we are holding on to a very slim lead as we make our way into the third period here in Calgary. And Farabee scores, so it's 4-4. And Farabee scores again. It's 5-4. Somebody get us a goal. We were so hot to start this game, and then we just kind of really cooled off. We've got about 6 minutes to go, and Blake Sant gets another one. It's 5-5. 4 minutes to go in this game. 2-1. We are going to overtime, folks. Thank you, Blake Sant. Hopefully you are enjoying yourself up there on the cliffs in Northern California. But we do appreciate you always jumping in to help when we need you. All right, so here we are inside the overtime period of a 5-5 game, Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary. And, Pichek levels him, and he takes it, and do it! Oh, my God, he did it again! Oh, the man! He leveled him, took the puck, and then just put it right past him. Oh, like 3 seconds. I absolutely love it. Wow. Did you see that? Pichek just levels the dude, like right at the blue line, gathers up the puck, takes it in, and puts it in the net. MVP of the episode right there. This guy has been playing like a madman, like a man possessed. Stay that way. Stay that way. We need that moving forward. Excellent job from the team tonight, getting us another six-goal game. That is the second time in this episode that we were able to get 6 goals. So excellent job there. And of course, Mr. Pichek for getting that game winner in the overtime. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars, shall we? Oh, what? Oh my God, man, I'm not even going to look at this. I am not even going to look at this. Okay, I don't understand this game sometimes. How do we have goal? We win the game. We get an amazing goal in overtime from one of our top players, and we don't get 1 star? Okay. I mean, look, I understand how that goes. I've been there myself. You know, you do a lot of work, everything's good, and it is what it is, right? But really? Come on. That's just sad. That is absolutely sad. So, you know what? I'm handing out my own stars. I'm handing out my own stars for that last game. And, of course, Mr. Feeney, you're going to get one. And Mr. Pichek, you're going to get one. Excellent game from everybody. All right? Our netminder, bit of a struggle, but you came away with the victory. So we'll give you a little something there, a little props there. Okay. Excellent game. All right? That game got us to 12 points on the episode, which is more than we were asking. The team has totally delivered as we get ready to head into this game against the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken are 29-20-6 on the season, 5-4-1 over their last 10 games. Between the pipes for the Kraken, they will have Philip Grubauer. He has appeared in 19 games. He has 4 wins, a .90 save percentage, and a 3.18 goals against average. And between the pipes for the Hartford Whalers, we have Simo, 44 games played, 24 wins, .904 save percentage, and a 3.14 goals against average. Our straight-up matchups over here on the right, this team kind of falls right in the middle of the league in almost every category, with the exception of the penalty kill. They're very good killing penalties, currently 3rd in the league. And if you've been paying attention, you see our penalty kill has come up from 32nd to 30th. So big thumbs up to the team on that one. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and make our way into the Climate Pledge Arena for tonight's game against the Seattle Kraken. All right, here we are in the first period, and the Professor gets us a goal. It's 1-0 Hartford. We got about 14 minutes to go in this period. Let's hold it down, baby. Let's hold it down. We go on the power play. Nothing there. I don't see a lot of power play goals out of our team. We really don't see a lot of power play goals out of our team. We got about a minute, and McCann scores with 8 seconds left in the period to tie this baby up. So it's 1-1 here at the end of the first period. We saw goals from the Professor and from Mr. McCann. Let's go ahead and jump right into the second period of play. 18 minutes to go, and the Professor gets another one. So are we going to see another Whaler hat trick? Can we see another Whaler hat trick tonight? Will it be the Professor? We're about halfway through the second period. It's 2-1 Hartford. 3-2. Oh, and McCann scores again. So we've got dueling hat tricks here. Both the Professor and McCann have 2 goals as we make our way into the third period of a 2-2 tie game. And here we go, jumping right into it. We're not going to waste any time. And Connor Burns, yes, it's 3-2. Connor, who we saw get a third, and then Larson scores. Every time Connor scores, it's like, boom, somebody scores right away. It's now 4-3 as Montour scores. Come on, somebody tie this thing up. Somebody tie it up. We don't want to lose to Seattle. Somebody? Anybody? And that's going to bring me down. Coming off of a couple of huge wins. Well, we had a loss mixed in there too, but coming off some exciting wins. We take a loss to the Seattle Kraken out on the road. That's 0 points. So it's that was a 4-3. Yeah, 4-3 loss. I thought I was going to see the professor get himself a hat trick, just like Pichek had a couple games ago. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. The team's coming off a pretty exciting overtime win against Calgary, so I was expecting more against the Kraken. I really was. I had that as a win on the board. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars for this game. The professor, how about that? He's been so quiet as of late. We haven't heard too much from him since early in the episode, or maybe it was last episode. I don't really know. It's hard for me to remember. But he gets us 2 goals, and then Montour had a goal. And, of course, McCann had 3 total points. He had 2 goals and a helper in this game, putting them over us here 4-3 on their home ice. So let's go ahead and make our way back into the studio. We're going to take a look at the Tampa Bay Lightning in our last game of the episode, and then we'll kind of close things out for the episode with a look at our next series of 10 games. All right, so after that disappointing loss to the Seattle Kraken, the team hopped on a plane and headed right down to Florida, and they are hopefully rested up and ready to go for this one against the Tampa Bay Lightning. In the last game against Tampa Bay, we came away with the victory, 4-2 in an exciting game. That was part of that little 3-game winning streak that we had. Those 2 at home, and then, of course, that overtime win on the road against Calgary. So hopefully we can continue that trend. That would be great. In that last game against Tampa Bay, Pichek had, of course, the hat trick, the first hat trick in team history. That was the one there on home ice, and he got to leave with a whole bunch of fresh hats. So hopefully he comes in with that same energy and that same fire in this game. I'd love to see another 2 points to get us to 14 on the episode if we can get a win here. So let's go ahead and take a look, shall we, at tonight's game. The Whalers, who are 31-22-6, are heading to the Amalie Arena to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are 37-19-2. So this is going to be a clash for sure. Between the pipes for the Hartford Whalers, you have Simo, 45 games played, 24 wins, .903 save percentage, and a 3.16 goals against average. Between the pipes for the Tampa Bay Lightning, you'll have Jonas Johansson, 17 games played, 11 wins, and a .916 save percentage. So if you followed through the 6 episodes, you see that typically if we get the backup goalie, we have a little bit better chance. So Vasilevsky is out for this one, and we're going to get Jonas Johansson. So we'll see what we can do here on the road against the Lightning in this one. As I mentioned earlier in the last game, we came away with the victory on that huge Pichek hat trick. We're 1-1 against this team on the year. We take a look at the straight-up matchups, and this team is good. Okay, you can see they are in the top 20 of everything, top 10 of a couple of things. So they're a very good team. We're actually going to take a look at the records, too, over here. You see that we are holding on to 4th place. We're currently a wild card. We've got a 3-point lead over the Panthers. So we're doing pretty good right now. And the Lightning are in 2nd place in our division. So if we can get a win here, that's going to help us out. We're going to kind of tighten up that gap in the points as we continue to make that push towards a playoff run. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and make our way right into the Amalie Arena for tonight's game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, so here we are now inside the first period. All right, let's get this scoring going early. And Cirelli scores on the power play. It's 1-0. We go on the power play, and we get nothing. They go on the power play, and they get nothing. So it's power play central today. Okay, that's it for the first period of a 1-0 game. So pretty quiet. Shots are 9-8. All right, pretty even. We're going to jump right into the second period. Let's see what happens here. About 15 minutes to go. 1-0 Tampa Bay. A little bit more disciplined here in the second period. Not a whole lot of penalties. About 7 minutes to go in this one. Shots are just about even. And then Sherry gets the goal, so it's 2-0. And, okay, I'm going to chalk this one up to jet lag. All right, we flew all the way to Calgary and Seattle and then had to come back down to Tampa Bay. So I'm going to give these guys a little bit of a break. They're tired. They're jet lagged. They're coming off a vacation. We know how that is. People come back from vacation and they kind of drag around, even if it's a 10-day vacation or a 12-day vacation, where we're supposed to be rested, right? We're supposed to be rested. But instead, we kind of drag booty all over the place, and Mike has to kind of kick us into gear. But, hey, I'm sorry if I stepped away for a little bit. Let's get back to the game, shall we? All right, heading into the third period. And Hagel gets the power play goal. We've got about 15 minutes left to go. We need a miracle out of these guys. Is somebody going to step up? Where's Pichek? The dude was scoring like a beast the last 4 games. Atkinson gets the goal. We're going to get shut out. We're going to get shut out. Do not let us get shut out. Okay, so last game of the episode, and we get shut out. Okay, we get 0 points out of that game. It's a 4-0 loss. The team just came in flat. Absolutely nothing happening. I didn't see one green pop up at all, obviously, because we didn't have any goals. But let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars of the game. This is going to be all blue for sure. Yes, it is. We've got Hagel, Cirelli, and Johansson making up the 3 stars. Hagel had a goal and 2 helpers. Cirelli had a goal and 2 helpers. And Johansson, well, he just shut us out. Okay? And I jinxed us completely in the pregame when I talked about, the backup goalie. Okay? It's like voodoo with us. You put a backup goalie in, and then I come along with my big mouth, and I'm like, hey, the backup goalie's in. We're going to completely destroy this guy. And then we make him look like Patrick Waugh between the pipes. Anyway, so that's going to do it here from Tampa Bay. Tough loss, but we had a good episode. So we're going to jump back into the studio, take a look at how we did in the episode, talk about a couple other things, and then we'll close this one out. All right, so we're coming off of that 4-0 shutout to the Tampa Bay Lightning, a team that has played us tough. Okay, we had that kind of epic shootout game a couple episodes ago. We had the Pichek hat trick game this last game, the game before in this episode, and then we took that 4-0 shutout loss. That's 2 shutouts in this episode. Of course, the Rangers got us with that 10-0 loss, and then Tampa Bay gets us on a 4-0. And the tough part is we're getting shut out by Eastern Conference teams, okay? We can't have that. We cannot have that as we continue to move forward. These are teams we could be playing in the playoffs. So I kind of made my way into this screen to kind of do my final talk, mainly because I want you to see where we are and how we're doing. We are through 60 games on the season. Okay, we have got 68 points. We have 31 wins, 23 losses, and 6 overtime losses. So it's been a little bit of a struggle, especially when we get into overtimes. We're 25. We have 25 wins in regulation, which is good, which means we've actually won 6 games in overtime as well. We have 180 goals on the season, so we are not scoring at the rate that we would be expected to. We score about 3 goals a game. All right. So you can kind of see there on the board, that's the top 8 for our conference. We've got the stars next to our names. That means that we are currently wild card teams. This is going to be a fun race. Okay. Boston has 76 points. Tampa Bay has 78 points. So the key teams for us to focus on are going to be Boston and Tampa Bay as we continue to move forward. That's who we need to beat. Okay, that's who we really need to beat. We need to hold back the Panthers, hold back the Maple Leafs, the Senators, and really focus on Boston and Tampa Bay, see how they're doing, and try to beat them when we can. We've only played Tampa Bay 3 times so far. So we've got 3 more games against them, and that can be a total flip-flop in the points race. So now that we're past that 50-point mark, that 60-game mark, we're going to kind of focus more on this. I'll kind of move this into the episode a little bit more so we can see where we are and how we move up and down the ladder as we try to hold on to that playoff spot Again, with all that being said, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing you next time for episode 8, Inside the Cave.